Hi. I am functionally illiterate, but I am writing a book anyways, and for a week I am going to be showing you what that looks like.
They keep trying to look up. Chapter 11 is just completed.
So I'm following along Save the Cat Whites and Novel beat sheet, and right now I am about to be in the Always Lost beat. So the goal for this week is to get out of that beat and to hopefully get into the middle of fun and games. I probably won't be able to get out of fun and games, but if I can just get to that beat, I will be so happy. I am also going to a farm on Sunday, which is very exciting. I'm going there to get some inspiration for my book because if you guys don't know, one of my character lives at a farm and they have a fifth generation farm. It's a kind of not a huge part of the book, but definitely a decent chunk that I need to learn a lot of information. And I know I could just look it up on YouTube, but I really want to talk to real people and hear the real stories. And yeah, so that's really exciting. So I'm probably not going to start writing until Friday, so I will see you then. Hi, so it is currently Friday. I finished my school at 1 o'clock, so relatively early, and it is also below 40 degrees out, which means no one's going anywhere today, so I have the whole day to write. So today's goal is to figure out what I'm doing with Act 2. I was working on it all last night, and I think I got to a decent spot, but I'm still not completely sure about it. And then the beat after Act 2 is part of the Save the Cat Whites novel book, is introducing the side plot. And that is something that I definitely do not have figured out whatsoever. And I had it figured out in my first draft, but now I'm going through and doing all this structural edits. It's it doesn't make sense anymore. And I have this character that I cannot figure out for the life of me if I need to keep or delete. So that's the plan for today. So let's get to it. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. My brain feels mush. I can barely talk. I don't know if you can hear it, but my voice is gone. And the saddest thing is, I have barely got anything done. I basically spent the whole day rearranging voice recordings, trying to get these structural edits done, and I'm just in a really confusing spot in my book. So I was trying to figure that out. I still don't know if I'm gonna need to delete some scenes. I had this whole flood, tornado, rain, dramatic treehouse scene. I'm sorry, that was really confusing, but I loved it at the time. But now I don't know if I need to get rid of it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go to sleep now, but yeah, so I'll see you whenever I see you for updates.
Okay, so it's quite a few days later. It's Wednesday. I did a lot of structural edits on Monday. Tuesday I couldn't write. And honestly, I'm just feeling pretty sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. Um, so I'm pretty down about that. I should be writing the chapter after breaking the two, the first chapter breaking the two. And basically it's a co-op scene, a homeschool co-op scene. But I don't really want to write that right now. I think I'm just gonna work on the rainstorm scene where she first starts to reconnecting with James. They begin to become friends again, because that's just what I want to write today. And I think I deserve to write something fun because I'm going for it. I'm probably only gonna be able to write an hour if I do end up getting any writing done, because I'm meeting up with a friend later today. But yeah, I will update you guys when I have updates. This is what we're working with. If it looks confusing, that's because it is. Yeah. Okay, so I just got back from hanging out with my friend, and we were there to work on our paintings, and this is a painting I was working on. You saw it earlier, but I kind of hate it because I'm working the watercolor way too much. I see all the imperfections, it's driving me crazy. But there was a group of girls, two girls, and they asked if they could take a photo of my painting, and that's never happened to me before, and I didn't really know what to say, because I'm why do you want a photo of my painting? You're gonna pretend it's yours? But they obviously weren't gonna do that. But yeah, that was interesting. And it was funny because they were right next to me, and this is a really small coffee shop, so you can hear everything. And I could just hear them whispering about my painting, and it was really awkward because I was right next to them. But yeah, that was kind of interesting. And I am going to change to comfy clothes, and then I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'm gonna try to work on writing. I definitely feel in a better headspace than I was before, so hopefully I can get more writing done than earlier. Earlier I got half a chapter of writing done, and I was waiting for hour and a half, so that wasn't too bad. So yeah, that's the plan. So I will update you when I update you. Also, my teeth are already yellow, and this like lip color shade just makes my teeth look even more yellow. I don't know why I keep wearing it in my videos.
I really hope this angle looks good, but I can't fix it right now if it doesn't. So I just finished chapter 11, which it's not going that well. I don't really know what my characters want in this chapter. It's the first time where Penelope's really forced to talk to James and Elizabeth, and like you really seen that dynamic and the tension between them, really like remembering what happened and like the different point of views of like whose fault it was, why they aren't friends anymore. But I don't really again, I don't know what they want, and it's just a hard chapter to write. But hopefully, I will figure it out soon, and I can finally move past this and really get the end of Fun and Games, because the beginning of Fun and Games has been really rough to write. So I'm gonna call it a night for today, and I will update you where I have updates to share. So bye.
I have a feeling this ankle looks really dumb, but I don't care because yesterday was a really bad day, and I was basically forced to rest all day, and like I couldn't really do anything because I was so tired. And those days are really hard for me because I need to be constantly doing something, and I feel really guilty when I'm literally forced to rest and I can't really do anything besides go on TikTok, which is just really depressing for me. So I knew today I needed to get up like later, but at a decent time, and actually force myself to like go on a walk, even if I was exhausted, even if I physically wasn't completely up to it. I have to force myself to do those type of things. Otherwise, it's just like I can't live. And I know for like the healthy body, like those type of days are days that you are supposed to rest. But for me, those type of days are my healthy days because I have a chronic illness, so that's my life. Which can be like pretty mentally exhausting, and I never really know for sure what is the right call and what I should actually be doing. But today I'm going to try to get some writing done. I actually have 3 scenes already pretty much figured out in my head, which is really nice because I've been so confused since the beginning of this blog. I really didn't know what direction I was going in with He Saved the Cat beats, and like had to do so much rearranging, but I feel like now I'm in a decent spot. So hopefully I can get a lot done today, and I'm going to try to keep staying positive and keep my eyes on God and not looking at everything that's going so wrong in my life right now because so many health issues, dyslexia. I'm 18 and I can't even like study for my attempts because I can't afford driver's ed. So there's a lot of things that are causing me to be really anxious today. But I'm just going to try to remember that God has this. I can trust Him. He knows what I need. I just need to focus on the next right thing in front of me. So writing is the right thing for me today. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll update you when I have updates. Chapter 11 is just completed, so that means we are on to chapter 12.
Okay, it is 5:30, almost 5:40. I just finished a very rough outline of chapter 12, and this is basically a farm scene where you first see Penelope working at her uncle's farm. That's where like her cousin Peter, who's basically her like brother, her best friend, and she has to train James because Peter hired James because it makes sense when you actually know all the context. I can't really explain it. But it's a really difficult chapter to write because I don't really know how farms work, and like I literally like I can turn and see a farm right outside of my window, but it's still like I never actually like been at a working farm, and all my older siblings like worked at a farm, and a lot of like our friends are like owners of dairy farms, but most of them are actually closed down, so it makes it even harder to like know someone who I actually can go and tour the farm and like see how it actually works. But on Sunday, my sister is taking me to one of her friends' farm, and he's gonna like show us around. And it's actually a functioning running dairy farm. And it's a smaller dairy farm too, which is very rare in Wisconsin right now because most dairy farms are still running or the giant mega ones. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna like give up with this chapter for today and tomorrow, and actually start working on it and try to put it more together when I actually have some more context and some more knowledge of how these barns work, because it is really hard to like try to build a whole scene around information that I just don't know. What else do I need to update you guys on? I think that's it actually. Yeah. So I guess I will see you on Sunday unless I have updates on Saturday. But yeah. I just remembered I want to like update you guys of what B I am on Save the Cat, and right now I'm still in Fun and Games. I'm like in the more beginning area of Fun and Games, but I'm getting close to like the middle of it. And I think it's like the longest beat in Save the Cat where it's a novel book. I could be wrong. I don't really know. I don't really have everything memorized in that book, but I think it is. And it's really hard. So pray for me. I'm not even kidding. Okay, I wanted to make this video really aesthetic looking, and I wanted to have a whole face of makeup on and a cute outfit, but I am really late, so I don't have time for that. But it's Saturday now. I'm heading to my sister's friend's farm. Hopefully I will get some inspiration for my book, and I will update you when I have updates. And I'm kind of scared to film, so I'm gonna film for you guys, even though it's gonna be really embarrassing. But oh well, goodbye. The cows. My cows right now, they keep trying to lick our jackets, but then as soon as we come close to them, they just like move backwards. Okay, I just got back from the dairy farm and I feel so inspired. It was so cool. And like it was really interesting hearing all the different point of views. Like the guy who was showing us around, his grandpa has been doing this his whole life. They're a fifth generation farm, I'm pretty sure. And he's 84 years old, but he's still going out there every single day because he loves it so much. And that just reminded me so much of Peter's character in my book and how much he loves farming. And like how devastating it's gonna be when his farm closes down, or his dad's farm closes down, and he never gets to own it, and that's just gonna be so sad. It is the next day, and I filmed that on Sunday, so it has been well over a week when I started this vlog. And after getting some like time away from like that initial clip I filmed after like seeing the farm, I kind of realized that how controversial like the fact that I'm showing a dairy farm and I'm talking about it in a positive way is probably going to get a lot of people really mad at me. And I always forget that because I'm surrounded by so many like people who run these dairy farms and they don't abuse their cows. They don't do all that stuff that I feel like the media wants to make it seem like they do. But again, those are all like smaller farms, and I definitely like know for a fact that mega farms aren't as careful or really care about as much about the cows as smaller farms do. But again, I really had been at a big farm, so I can't really say that for sure either. But I just want you guys to know that I'm not trying to like spread information blindly. I'm really trying to do my research, and I am going to show both sides opinions of if it's ethical to run a dairy farm in my book. Even though personally I believe that running a dairy farm is ethical if you do it correctly. And I feel like sometimes these people who spread information like the facts are people who never actually been at an actual dairy farm, a small dairy farm, or maybe they're just talking about mega farms, which is a very complicated kind of risky thing to talk about. But I don't want my book to be sugar-coated. I don't want my book to be biased and either side. I want to show both sides of the point of views, and I think I'm going to have Penelope, my main character, more on the side that dairy farms are ethical, even though she works at a dairy farm. But you're going to see those different points of views. But I also just want to be truthful, and I want to be honest, and I think is this kind of how politically I stand too, but I just want to show the truth. I just want to stand for the truth always, and I want to find the truth, and I want my book to be as truthful as possible. Sorry, I went on a whole rampage, but I think I'm going to end the video here. I definitely got everything done I was trying to get done this week, so that's really exciting, and I'm just really thankful to God that He gave me energy to be able to get all this stuff done this week. And I'm probably going to take it easy for this week and not write as much. I am working on some other really exciting YouTube videos that may or may not involve painting, because I don't think you guys know this, but I'm actually an artist too. Like a lot of the things behind me are things that I actually painted. So yeah, that's exciting. So I will see you in my next one. Bye.